I'm so happy I grew up before social media. Like, it was just the perfect time. It was such an underrated time. And now that I'm an adult and I see the world that these kids are growing up in, and I just feel bad for them because it's just really, it's really just not even the same world. Like, we had a shared culture, bro. Like, if you wanted to listen to music, it was only a few places you could get it. You could get it from like VH1, MTV before it became all about ridiculousness or whatever the show is now that's on there on repeat. They actually used to play music. You had BET with 106 and Park. There was only a few places you could actually get music. And because of that, everybody knew the songs. It was a shared culture. It was universal. And that was something that we could all relate to. I love that time. But we did still have child exploitation. But it was like select. Like, you had to be on Disney Channel or you had to be on Nickelodeon. And at that time, every kid wanted to be exploited. I wanted the slime. I know that sounds crazy now because they made the documentary and we know what it was actually all about, which was creepy. Now with everybody having social media, I think it's super dangerous, bro. Like, even when as an adult, I'm on social media and I didn't even grow up with social media. So my brain developed differently. But I'll go on social media, especially on YouTube, and because it's my job, I can justify being on there. And sometimes I have to check myself and go, let me put my phone down and actually live in reality, because that's important. Any moment we get of boredom or free time, it's easy to pick up your phone because it's developed to be addicting. It is an addictive substance. And we give it to these kids, we give it to our kids without even thinking about the fact that it may have long-term effects that were never studied. Now we know that it has effects on attention and all these different things, but I wonder what it's going to do to the world in the future when these kids who had malleable brains were on TikTok all day with all these different context switches. How is that going to affect your ability to pay attention in school? How is that going to affect your ability to be able to uphold the conversation? Because any free time, you're not going outside and having conversations with other kids. Sometimes you're just scrolling on your phone. A lot of things have changed, and even the levels of exploitation. Now you have 11-year-olds doing collabs with OnlyFans girls. And in my opinion, it's definitely creepy, bro. I don't think there's any reason that a 20-year-old girl should be doing a collab with an 11-year-old. This video is called We Need to Save Baby Gronk, and this is by Joe King. Let's go ahead and get right into the video. Crazy.
Now with this, there is actually no commentary needed. There is no reason that you need to be moving like that in a video with an 11-year-old. I mean, I'll say it again. Baby Gronk is 11 years old. This girl, just on appearances alone, you can imagine what she does for a living. I mean, look.
Well, I can tell you 20 years ago, she would have been working at Hooters or like a vape shop or something. But now because of social media and a bunch of horny men funding her lifestyle, this is what she's doing. It's crazy.
Look at her Instagram bio. She doesn't even try to hide it. But this video is criminal, and it does get worse as it goes on. You know, enjoy the food, you know, because you won't be eating like that in prison. But genuinely, this whole video is just infested with such weird shots. And the craziest thing is, she's not even trying to hide what the purpose of this video is.
Right.
Doing that to yourself and putting that shot in the video, that just instantly removes any chance of you pleading ignorance.
This is actually insane if you think about it. Imagine Johnny Sins doing a collab with an 11-year-old girl. For some reason, people don't feel the necessity to protect boys from these types of people. You see the rise of female teachers sleeping with their students, and it's just getting weird. It just makes you wonder, like, who's watching this? Is this a bunch of gooners, or is this a bunch of kids, or is it both? Because the person in the video is 11 years old. So you have to assume some of the audience is young men, especially because it's geared around football. Like, his thing is he played football. And if this type of stuff is in their algorithm because they're watching him because he used to be a football player and now he's doing these collabs with OnlyFans girls, you only have to wonder, because the algorithm suggests similar things that you may be interested in, what else is in his algorithm. And then people act surprised when the average age now of first exposure to adult content for young boys is 11 years old. These types of women are just hoeing closer to the sun, and they've been doing that for the past few years, and nobody wants to do anything about it, because then you'd have to tell women that they're not allowed to be hoes online. And then if you did that, you'd have a bunch of people in the streets with signs saying, "Don't police my body."
Make no mistake, this is an OnlyFans ad, and she's using an 11-year-old boy as a prop.
Yeah.
Baby Gronk's parents, I have no idea how they still have custody. And as you're about to see, this video isn't even a rare occurrence.
Something that makes it different, even to the parents that are obviously exploiting him, is the fact that with this type of stuff, with social media, there are no child labor laws. Like when it was Nickelodeon, Disney Channel, there were at least some rules set in place, even though they were given the cast of That's So Raven alcohol. But at the same time, there were at least child labor laws in place to attempt to protect the kids. But now it's open field. It's sad because these kids never come out right when they were famous, when they were young. Like even that Lil Tay girl.
All y'all broke ass haters, y'all ain't doing that like Lil Tay. This is why all y'all fucking haters hate me.
Her parents were obviously exploiting her when she was younger, but as soon as she turned 18, she started an OnlyFans and made $1 million in a day. Almost all those child stars that we wanted to be like as we were growing up, none of them adapted well to the real world. They all had like addiction issues. Like Miley Cyrus, I heard an interview of her on Joe Rogan, and she sounds like she eats cigarettes now. Her voice sounds like those old commercials where they used to try to scare you about tobacco with throat cancer, and they're just kind of like this. So this kid is facing CTE from football and having mental illness from being famous as a kid. Parents doubling down on brain damage is crazy.
But Baby Gronk's whole social media is just infested with these videos, and they're hiding in plain sight, and I actually don't know how, to be honest. So you might have heard of Baby Gronk, and to be fair, you know, if nothing else, you've got the gist of it now. Basically, Baby Gronk has been kind of pushed into social media since a young age. His dad is clearly trying to live through him, and even at best, this feels like child exploitation, but for some reason, it's always been played off as a bit of a joke.
Personally, had an exchange with him too. Then Riz happened.
Please grow up, mate.
If you say Riz as a grown-ass man in 2025, you should be put in prison. He needs to go to prison for that alone, for sure.
You know, for the sake of your kids at least. But as I said, this has always been played off as a joke. And this has gone on for so long now that by this point, well, the content that is being put out around Baby Gronk, it is at best creepy, at worst downright criminal.
Yeah, it is criminal.
Yeah, nothing to see here, just a grown woman flexing on another grown woman, and she's flexing a Riz is better when it comes to an 11-year-old boy. Now, I don't know that there's a dictionary definition for what Riz means, but the implication's there, and that is enough. Now, this is an Instagram collab with an account called Nammy Mummy. Fuck, I've said that word now. And somehow this is probably the least egregious collab that he has on his page. This gets so bad that I just felt like I needed to make this video today. As you can probably tell by my voice, you know, we're having a hard time. But we're going to power through because honestly, I could not have imagined it was this bad. We're going to go through this content now, so feel free to drop a like before you lose the will to live. I know I might, so.
What's the cheapest thing here at Dick's?
Maybe like a jog strap or something?
Well, if you can find something worth less than me at Dick's, I'll buy you whatever you want.
Really?
Yeah, 3.
Now this girl, I don't want to give...
Bro. I mean, this has to be a criminal offense. There's no way this is legal, and they just tiptoe right on that line, and they're getting so close to the sun at this point. We at least got to lock one of their ass up to send a message, at least put some fear in their hearts. They just operating with freedom and immunity right now.
Not too much airtime, but her name is Riley Mae Lewis. You can imagine what she does for a living, although at this point, I feel like it just goes without saying now. She will, like, interview children on her channel, and in the comments, she will then link her OnlyFans.
Crazy.
It is awful, but for some reason, I am now desensitized to it. I mean, it is obviously because every single one of these girls does this, and it's honestly mental to me how widespread this practice is, and clearly it works, because if it didn't, they wouldn't be doing it. And it's at this point that we are brought back to the OG of OnlyFans funneling. It's Jack Doherty, because who else would it be?
10 years old in McLaren. What do you do for a living?
I'm Baby Gronk. I play football and get money.
I mean, clearly here he is just like reading off a script. It doesn't sound like English.
And that's the worst part. It's not even only the part where this stuff affects your attention span, even as an adult, so I can imagine what it does to kids. But even worse than that is the ideas that it implants in kids' heads. We had different things that we were inspired by. This kid is talking about getting money, and then you look at this influence, and then you wonder why 13-year-old girls are wearing full faces of makeup and little shirts and little shorts to school.
Sounds like someone trying to mimic English.
I'm Baby Gronk. I play football and get money.
And he clearly doesn't want to be there. I mean, maybe he thinks the car's
Every
cool,
time.
but other than that, I don't think there's any reason he should be. But it must work for Jack Doherty, because they have rinsed him beyond belief. I can imagine it is definitely a way to create viral content, but they're all so bad, and they're all underpinned by like this weird feeling.
Okay, Baby Gronk, we're in Miami. It's exotic. What's your favorite part about it?
The exotic girls.
I'm almost certain he was 10 when this was
Exotic
recorded.
girls.
Clearly, no 10-year-old speaks like this. And that same principle applies to basically every single one of these clips. And when you really shine a light on it, that's when you really see that this is just beyond belief.
If you could pick one of those 3, what would they be?
Money, because I can buy girls and cars with it.
Valid.
I mean, we
What?
actually
You could
started the
buy-
McKinley Richardson video off on this clip. At the time, I assumed this was just like an isolated incident. Very weird, but at least not commonplace. I was very wrong, though, and there are many more clips to come. And it's so sad, because you look at Baby Gronk throughout these clips, and he does just look zoned out. I mean,
Yeah.
this isn't the natural environment for an 11-year-old to be in.
Yeah.
Baby Gronk, which one of these girls is the prettiest?
I want all 3 of them.
All 3 of them? All right, well, if you can dunk over all 3 of them, they'll give you a kiss. Group hug, because he's not of age. Yeah!
Again, I started another video off on this clip, and I still didn't know how bad this was. It again does speak for itself, but just look at him. He clearly isn't comfortable.
You know, Sterling Cooper, who was a guy that used to be an adult actor, now he's kind of like in the red pill space. He said that when OnlyFans first blew up, Actually, it was the guys that used to be like cameramen, the guys that used to have to go get food, the guys that used to be managers. Those dudes, the guys who were the actual performers, they stayed in the industry. They kept doing the scenes. But those dudes started contacting the girls behind the people's backs and started telling them that they could manage their OF accounts. And so obviously Jack Doherty grew up in that environment to some degree because he became one of these guys that manages these girls. And that's just pretty much digital pimping. And I'm not even going to moralize it because who am I? What is morality, right? If we're going to let these women do this type of stuff and put this type of content out, why can't some dude be the manager of it? It's digital pimping though.
Worth noting that he did, of course, promote the OnlyFans of all three of these girls in the video, and he did also love his own comments, so clearly the guy still loves himself. And it's worth noting at this point that Baby Gronk's dad has spoken about the Baby Gronk project, and in his interviews he said that everything is on purpose, so if it was even ever possible, which I don't think it was, the guy cannot play the ignorance card. This is all on purpose. He's basically being used as a child actor. And again, that always ends up well. I mean, we all saw what happened to the guy that played Anakin in The Phantom Menace. He got fucked up, you know, and all he had to do was, you know, cut around with Jar Jar Binks for a couple hours.
Bro, have y'all seen Beans from Even Stevens lately? He's on those sites where you can, like, contact people and hire them for gigs, and now he's doing, like, these super cheap, weird, gimmicky gigs with people who are trying to be rappers and stuff.
She a freaky little thing, she just a little odd. Freaky little thing, she just a little odd. Freaky little thing, she just a little odd. Freaky little thing, she just a little.
And I'm sure Disney made a lot of money off that show, so to see him living how he is like, it's sad, bro. You get these kid actors, they should be forced to have professional money managers. Your parents can't manage it. That should be legislated. Your parents don't get to manage your money. Your parents don't get to exploit you. You should have a professional money manager, a professional accountant that is hired to protect this money until the kid turns 18 or something like that. I don't know. Because Beans was saying he didn't get paid much, and the money that he did get paid, his parents pretty much used it all. So they were exploiting him. And that happens so much in these cases.
Gronk is promoting girls only fans. It's at this point that maybe we should save him. I mean, it is definitely out of my hands, but there is someone out there that can. Joe Biden. Come on, son. But either way, we now stand at the worst point of this video. There is a video on Baby Gronk's own YouTube channel. The thumbnail maybe speaks for itself. It's called Baby Gronk versus Baddies.
Crazy.
And beyond the thumbnail, the clips from this video, they actually do speak for themselves.
Wait. What? Is that him? Is that the Riz King? I can't even see. Oh my God, is that Baby Gronk?
Walking out.
Okay, I have a question. Can you please Riz this up, please?
Grown women, by the way, I'll say it again though, you can probably guess what they do for a living.
Corny.
Video aside for a
So
second,
corny.
just imagine the casting call for this video. We need 3 OnlyFans girls to come get quote unquote rizzed up by an 11-year-old. Surely if you read that, you're gonna think this is a predator sting. I mean, we've seen those Vitali streams where he goes around hunting predators. This just reads like a trap. They accept—
No, that's not what it is. All of the managers are in a community. They all have networks. They all know each other, and they link all this stuff up behind the scenes as well. So these people have managers. So anytime they need some of these type of girls, even for these live streams and like these live streamers that get these type of girls, they just contact managers. You can just order a bunch of OnlyFans girls to just sit around and be brain dead during your stream, and it ain't nothing but one phone call away.
Of course they did. And what they created, it should have never been created.
Wait, please.
What does that even mean? If y'all can work out, do my workout, and beat me in football, then I'll do it.
Deal. I got you. Let's go, guys.
What a deal to make with an 11-year-old. What a deal. It feels like a self-report, but for some reason the video did continue.
Fast feet. Fast feet.
And they even got the music in the background, bro. I'm not even like one of them type of dudes that be all up in it, but the music sounds like some Brazzers type stuff. Like, come on now.
Your feet, hurry. Don't y'all want me to raise y'all up?
I mean, at some level, I'm sure Baby Gronk doesn't even know what it means to get rizzed up. To be honest, I don't think he actually grasps the gravity of what's going on here. He might just think this is a fun video, but sadly it's not.
Hey, what are we doing? My son is ready.
I know this is filmed somewhere in America. I'm not quite sure where. I mean, after that clip, it's probably Silicon Valley. I mean, I don't even need to elaborate, really. This is awful.
Come on, you're messing up. Don't you want to be in shape for your boyfriend? Hurry up. Hey, watch your mouth. I'll make you run again. You be quiet.
I need water, coach.
I don't care.
I just need Riz.
I'm gonna pass out.
The audio in this video.
Why can't the parents just have him do advertisements for like Baby Gap or like Gap or something? Why is this the avenue they chose? Or you could just let the kid be a kid and grow up and play football.
It is bad, but what she said was, I need Riz. What you need is 20 years in a secure facility. At best, really. At best.
It was hard.
Weirdos.
I feel like I'm gonna throw up.
Bunch of weirdos.
You're gonna throw up? Yeah, that is probably the guilt. Side note, but the sound effects on this video are crazy. This might actually have been edited by Baby Gronk himself.
I can't stand this little kid. You can't stand him? I just need the. I want him to.
I'm really so mad at you for signing us up for this.
No, this is fun. Act like you don't enjoy this.
I'm sweating. I'm too cute for this.
Well, you're not. Now, looking at the comments, it was again, for some reason, a mixed bag. Some people didn't take it seriously, but that does just feel symptomatic of how normalized this is for some reason.
Exactly.
Luckily, though, a lot of people did realize that this video is fucked beyond belief. And it's good to see that people are clocking on, because this has taken a while. And luckily for Baby Gronk, the white women have finally realized what is happening here. I mean, it is blowing up on TikTok a little bit. And these women, they're gonna go to war for Baby Gronk. So hopefully we are approaching a good outcome here.
And one that I've seen a lot recently is Baby Gronk, and I have talked about him before because I think it's just awful. And
yeah, when you see an 11-year-old with a full diamond grill and an iced out necklace, a pendant that's as big as a TV, you wonder who is that for and what is that for? Why would a kid need that?
it's shocking. He's 12. Why is he doing all these videos with OF models?
Yeah, man. The only real point you need is that if you reverse the gender roles here, there would be riots on the street.
Yeah.
Again, rightly so. And it's with that said that we're done for today. You know, I'm Gronk's out. Leave a comment. You know, there is a lot of discussion to be had about this. And other than that, like and sub, spread the good word.
Yeah, man, you got to pay attention to what your kids watching on these apps. They're trying to implant ideas into your kids' heads that you might not agree with. And it's not even just about stuff like this. Political ideology, all types of things that your family might not align with. At this point, it seems like social media has more influence over kids than parents do. That's really not true. If you're a good parent, you definitely have more say, especially if your kids look up to you. But I think people do got to be careful with this stuff. Let me know in the comments below if this video was a W or L, and give me the HBO special. That's a brother out special. Hit the like and the subscribe button for more content. Till next time.